Maria Shriver, in her new poetry collection, I Am Maria, opens up about the emotional journey she endured during and after her marriage to Arnold Schwarzenegger, revealing her feelings of entrapment and anguish after the discovery of his affair. Shriver reflects on how the love that once defined their relationship slowly turned into a painful and suffocating experience, describing her marriage as shifting from love and freedom to pain and prison. This dramatic transformation came to light publicly in 2011 when Schwarzenegger admitted to fathering a child with the family's housekeeper, Mildred Baena, causing a seismic shift in Shriver's life. In her poetry, Shriver captures the intense emotional aftermath encapsulated in the piece At First Love, where she poignantly writes about how the revelation of infidelity shattered not just the image of the man she married, but also her own emotional well being. Shriver shares how the joy of their shared life together gave way to grief, confusion, anger, and a deep sense of betrayal that forced her to rethink the very foundation of her marriage. She writes candidly about how this experience created a sense of emotional prison, where the joy of love turned into an overwhelming emotional burden. Their marriage, which lasted for over 2 decades, was full of highs and lows, with Shriver highlighting how the revelation of Schwarzenegger's infidelity was not only a betrayal of her trust, but also an event that changed how she viewed herself and her future. In an interview about the collection, Shriver mentioned how she was initially devastated and terrified after learning about the affair, fearing for her family's stability and her own sense of identity. In fact, the pain of betrayal left her spiraling into a state of emotional despair as she grappled with questions about her worth, trust, and what her future would look like after such a public and personal collapse. In I Am Maria, which is set to be released on April 1st, 2025, Shriver opens up further about the emotional turmoil she endured during her divorce from Schwarzenegger. She writes not only about the grief she felt from the breakdown of their marriage, but also the complex emotions of rediscovering herself in the aftermath. The process of healing from the breakup, according to Shriver, was filled with many layers. There were moments of anger and fear, but also a deep sense of loss and questioning. Yet, it was also during this period of intense pain that Shriver began a personal journey of reinvention, seeking to find peace and understanding within herself, ultimately emerging stronger and more self aware. Shriver's collection presents an unfiltered, intimate look into how she navigated the turbulence of public scandal, personal betrayal, and the journey of reclaiming one's identity after such life altering events. It's an exploration of grief, healing, and the empowering process of taking control of one's life again. Through her words, Shriver hopes to offer not just a glimpse into her own healing process, but also a message of hope to others who have experienced similar heartbreak and emotional challenges. In her recent interviews about the collection, Shriver emphasized how the experience of her divorce from Schwarzenegger, despite its heartbreak, ultimately became a turning point that led to greater self discovery. Her memoir gives a powerful message about finding strength through adversity and seeking inner peace, even after profound personal upheaval. This forthcoming poetry collection will surely resonate with anyone who has faced a life shattering betrayal or personal loss, as Shriver's raw, reflective words offer comfort and insight into the often painful journey of healing and self empowerment. You can find more about Maria Shriver's reflections on her marriage and divorce in interviews with People in New York Post, and the full collection will be available for readers to dive deeper into her personal story and journey of emotional growth.